Please come in. Please come in.
Please come in.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please be seated.
Thank you, sir.
Sit again. Complete the call letter. So, give us a brief introduction.
Myself, K. Anupam Swain.
Myself, my name is
My name-
Kimba, I am. Myself, the wrong English. Which one?
My name is Sri K. Anupam Swain. I am from Jagatsinghpur. Now I am pursuing my master degree in Punjab Agriculture University in Food Processing Department, and I am from my father is businessman, and my mother is now in teaching in high school.
So you have mentioned that in Odisha University of Agriculture and Technology,
Yes,
you are staying in Krupa Siddha Hostel.
Krupa Sindhu Hostel.
Krupa Sindhu.
Yes, sir.
The Krupa Sindhu, was he a famous person of Odisha? Something like that.
Yes, sir.
Who was he?
I have not remembered, but he was a renowned person in our Odisha.
In which field?
Writer in writing field, I think. I'm not sure about it.
Do you know there was a Satyavadi Vanavidyalaya
Yes, sir.
in Odisha,
Yes, sir. In Puri district.
Puri district?
Yes, sir.
So 5 eminent persons were real pioneers in bringing up that institution.
Yes,
Who
sir.
are they? Can you name
I
them?
have heard, but name are not
Can you name one or two? Who was leading them? Who was leading them? Who was their leader?
Gopabandhu Das.
Yes, Gopam Das was the leader.
Other names are not come to my mind.
Nilakanta Das was there.
Nilakantha Das.
Krupa Sindhu Das was there. Godavari was there. Okay. So now you are pursuing your studies in at Punjab.
Yes, sir.
What is how that Punjab, literally that name is born?
Literally, I'm not.
It is Punjab. Aap means river.
Yes.
So five rivers, they have made that area, the delta, and then those rivers are responsible to bring fertility to the soil. So that's why the name is Punjab.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So have you read yesterday newspaper?
I have read Odia newspaper.
Give two very prominent news.
Means coronavirus disease had taken 805 people in China, and India defeated in New Zealand by 22 runs.
So why India? So 4 days back there was a 2020
Yes, sir.
tournament,
Yes, sir.
competition.
Yes, sir.
Match in which India did a very good performance.
Yes, sir.
But what made them to not to repeat it?
I think continuous effort of all players did not come into the fact. I think all players should give the some contribution to the teamwork. So
He is now the captain of our team, India team.
Virat Kohli.
But he is a batsman or a bowler?
Batsman.
Basically, he is a batsman.
Basically batsman.
So you belong to Jagatsinghpur district.
Yes, sir.
So do you know how this the name of the district is made?
Jagatsinghpur.
Yes.
It's come from Bhagat Singh, the father of Jagat Singh. He was the Amildar of Jagatsinghpur Chakda, named by British or Afghan time. In that time, there was a tale that who was the Amildar of one area. So after his death, that area was known by that name. So the Jagat Singh, after the death of Jagat Singh, the name of that chakra was named by Jagat Singhpur.
Okay, okay. So now, please give 4 important aspects of your district. For which your district is something special in comparison to other districts.
Yes, sir.
So kindly give 4 factors.
Yes, sir. Paradip Port is in Jagatsinghpur district, for which it is Odisha is famous, and in our Jagatsinghpur mainly fish cultivation is more in our district, and art culture is more famous in our district, because many cultural programs or many eminent persons from that art background come from our district. And then our this
Which
much.
is the most advanced area as far as the development of industry is concerned in your district?
In our district, mainly Paradip is developed in my view, because
Paradip is a port.
beside Paradip port, fertilizer company and phosphate company, mainly PPL,
Can you name the companies?
IPCO, PPL. I think these two names are come to my mind. Or apart from that, Indian oil refinery is also situated in our district, in Paradip also. There, these two other industries are also in our Paradip also.
So, is there any refinery at Paradip?
IOCL, Indian Oil.
They have planned for the
Yes, sir.
refinery, but now I think the refinery is not there. They are only
Not sure.
They are only drawing the crude oil from the ship, and then they send it to the different refineries. So Paradip refinery has not yet started.
Yes, sir.
So the oil are imported,
Yes, sir.
and those are stored at Paradip, and then it is sent to, through pipeline, it is sent to different refineries. Okay.
Thank you.
So, what is the status of Paradip? There are different types of ports in our country.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the status of Paradip port? What is the difference between the Paradip port and Dhamra port?
Paradip port is made by man. Is not in our beach is not. Paradip port was made by excavating the soil by artificially it is made, but Dhamra was not artificially made. It was naturally it is made.
Okay.
In thing.
So it is about the construction of the
Yes,
port.
yes, sir.
But as far as the classification declared by Government of India,
Yes, sir.
so there are different types of ports. That is major port, minor port and intermediary port. So under such categories, the falls in a certain category. What is that category?
Not sorry, sir.
Paradip is a major port.
Yes.
There are 12 major ports in India, and out of such 12 major ports, Paradip is one. So since you are from Jagatsinghpur district, so such importance is. What are important religious places?
Religious places.
In your district?
In our district, mainly Sarla temple is in Sarla in Jhankod area of our Jagatsinghpur district, and after that Goda Kujang is present also in our district.
What is the importance of Goda Kujang?
Goda Kujang mainly I am not sure about that temple. I have heard about temple, and after that Gorakhnath temple also present in our district.
No, pardon?
What?
Which temple?
Gorakhnath.
Gorakhnath, yes.
Yes, sir. Two temples, sir, I have heard about.
Is there any Ramchandi temple in your district?
Ramchandi, about Ramchandi I have heard, but I am not sure in Kendrapada or Jagatsinghpur.
Okay, so who is Sarala Das?
Yes, sir.
Sarala Das is one of the important poets
Yes, sir.
of our state. So, how he is connected to Goddess Sarala? Have you got an idea?
No, sir.
So the name of the poet was Siddheshwar Das.
Yes, sir.
So after being blessed by Goddess Sarala, so his name was changed to Sarala Das. But his original name was Siddheshwar Das.
Yes, sir.
So, while answering, you have used a word here.
Yes.
Is it correct?
Hard. Hard. Yes, sir.
So agriculture engineering, you have done, you are doing your intake now in agriculture.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where did you do your BTech or BA?
I have done my BTech in Odisha University of Technology, OUT
So that is
Bhubaneswar.
BA Agri or BTech?
BTech.
BTech in agriculture engineering.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me, you are from Jagatsinghpur, right? So suppose you are given the task of surveying a agricultural plot,
Yes, sir.
okay, in Jagatsinghpur district.
Yes, sir.
What surveying methods you know which you can use there?
Yes.
And tell me at least 3 surveying methods
Yes,
and
sir.
advantage two advantages and two disadvantages of each of such method.
Yes, sir. Surveying method mainly plane table surveying I have known, plane table on dumpy level surveying, and compass surveying I have known also. Plane table surveying is mainly an advantage of plane table is I have done my survey work at a time, means during my plotting during my survey I have to made the graph of the area, and I can survey the whole area. But in compass surveying, during the there are more than two people are required for the compass surveying, but in plane table surveying within two people can survey the whole plot of the area, and then come into dumpy level work. And dumpy level mainly for large area we have to use the dumpy level where the large area can be surveyed by the person.
Okay, fine. So in agricultural engineering, okay, you have studied a formula called Manning's formula. You remember Manning's formula? In fluid mechanics and irrigation, Manning's formula?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me something about it? Just generally if you remember.
Manning's formula is used for the velocity measurement. V is equal to 1 by n.
Suppose I don't know anything about science.
Yes,
and
sir.
a layman. You explain Manning's formula to me in layman's word, in simple word.
Yes, sir. For measurement of one dam discharge, Q is equal to 1 by n, V to the power 2 by 3 and S to the power 1 by 3. So V is equal to velocity of the that stream of water, and S is the slope of that water, and N is the constant used for that measurement of discharge of the stream.
Okay, so you know there are various pumps which are used, okay, for irrigation, okay, to water the fields. So can you tell me basically what are the different type of pumps, and for Odisha, which type of pump will be useful?
Odisha mainly centrifugal pump were used, and propeller type of pump are also used. Centrifugal for low discharge head, centrifugal pump are mainly used. For low discharge head, propeller pumps are used, and for medium discharge head, centrifugal pumps are also used. There are also two types of pump: positive head discharge pump and negative head discharge pump. Positive discharge head pump means our tube well are also positive head discharge pump, and negative head means variable. We have to, if the head of the water changes, then according to this the discharge of the pump also changes according to that head of the water. So these are two types of mainly pump used in our agriculture field: positive head.
Can we? Is there any concept of solar pumps?
Solar pumps, yes.
So, for example, here we are receiving lot of solar energy.
Yes, sir.
Why till now solar pump has not become popular? Let's say in Odisha, where we get lot of.
No, sir. For that purpose, mainly in our state, farmers are mainly marginal or semi-marginal. So we have to aware the farmers about the solar pump. So government has also started the DBT solar pump Saura Jalanidhi scheme for the buying, for the selling of the solar, for providing the solar pump to the farmers. So I think it will be very popular in future also very soon.
Okay. Suppose your office has already joined as assistant agriculture engineer, and in Jagatsinghpur they have given you a 10-acre field is there.
Yes, sir.
Problem of that field is that it's a fertile field. It was a fertile field. Last 5-6 years there is water logging problem in that 5-6 acres area.
Yes, sir.
You are asked to give some solution how that water logging, the drainage of that particular area can be improved of the agricultural field. What steps will you suggest?
There are many techniques for the solving of the water logging problem. Mainly we have to subsurface drainage technique have also present, surface technique and subsurface technique present. So for water logging means raising of the water table in our soil. So for that purpose we have to drain the water from the soil. There are two techniques. Surface technique means we have to drain the water from upper of the soil, and another was subsurface by channeling or by providing a perforated pipe. We can design in that area so that they can drain also that water from that area. And apart from that we have to use the some chemical also used, gypsum also used for that purpose. And gypsum by we have to check that soil that it is alkali or saline soil. So according to that we have to use the amount of gypsum in that field so that we can clearly recover the field from the water logging problem also.
Okay, you had very good marks in 10th standard. 87%.
Yes, sir.
Why almost 10% drop in plus 2? Any specific reason?
Mainly in our Odisha board, plus 2 to 10th in 10th level the marks securing marks is 90% mark is securing is very easy, but in plus 2 level the literature subject or subject the scoring of marking in English, particularly mainly in English or Sanskrit, the marks will be board will give very low mark. So according to think, in my view, that.
Okay.
So do you think that nobody has secured 90% in plus 2?
No, in my view, that's not the problem. In my view, in my case, that will be the problem.
Are you aware of any agricultural policy that the state of Odisha has?
Yes, sir. Agriculture policy means in our farm mechanization field, Mukhyamantri Abhinav Krishi Jantrapati Yojana have started already. In that policy, the new mind from the in Odisha, they if any innovative idea have any comes to any farmer's mind or any young people in our Odisha, then the prize system will be given by the in our chief minister. First prize, second prize, third prize, and first prize if any according there will be the idea will be surveyed by the committee of the government, and then after the verifying that all ideas come from the Odisha people, then they will decide the first, second and third prize in the state level also, in district level also. In state level, first prize 2 lakh and the second prize 1.5 lakh, then after 1 lakh. In district level also there will be varying range of the prices for that purpose. So according to in this in this scheme, so new ideas may be come forward into the in our society, so that more mechanization field will be more improved in our Odisha field.
So, this is about a particular scheme.
Yes, sir.
I'm talking about the overall agricultural policy of the state. Are you aware of the agricultural policy which your state has? Let's say, when was the first agricultural policy?
Kalia.
Okay. Are you aware of any agricultural policy of the state as such? We had several policies in Odisha.
I have heard about Kalia Yojana.
Okay. All right. As far as constitution is concerned,
Yes.
do you find anything related to agriculture? Has any directions been given by the constitution to the state concerned? Okay, regarding agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Do you find any such provision relating to agriculture in the constitution?
I'm not, no, never, not sure. Sorry, sir.
Okay, so do you know the career progression in your service? Suppose you are joining as an
Right.
assistant, okay, agriculture engineer. What will be the next promotion and what will be the highest post that you can go to?
I think about chief engineer is the highest post in our department.
Chief engineer in agriculture or which one?
Chief engineer in agriculture engineering.
Agriculture.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Currently, who is the chief engineer?
And
Agriculture engineer.
Sri Manoj Kumar Das.
Okay. Fine. So, as an agriculture engineer, you tell me, what are the changes that you want in the farming practices? Okay, what more engineering practices
Yes.
you can recommend to the farmers of Odisha so that their income can be doubled? So 4 or 5 you can tell us.
First of all, in our state, farmers are their income is very low. So they don't buy the high cost implement in our agriculture field. So in the role of the agriculture engineer in the ground level should be the proper demonstration of the operation of the agricultural operation, how they can get more profit by using the machines rather than providing any doing any convenient processes which has they're done by their many years previously. So we have to make a live demonstration of the machinery's operations so that they can practically they have seen they really realize the effect of the operation of the value of the machines, so that they can after that we have to provide the subsidy for that purpose, and then they can use the machines provided in our agricultural field. Then after that the mainly solar energy is the very important crisis in our also in our nowadays. So we have to provide the solar pump and solar power used machineries for that purpose, and then mainly in soil water field, we have to mechanize the field properly and labeling the field properly, and during the cultivation of field, labeling and the proper spacing of the plant should be maintained. That we have to advise the farmers mainly, and particularly awareness is mainly important thing, which we have to make in among the farmer society. So that's the main thing, I think. We have to advise the farmers people. And after that, in food processing industry, if in our state mainly farmers are not getting the proper price of their raw material they have, what they have grown in their field, so we have to make them the value addition, how they add their value to their food products. Mainly, for example, we have made the turmeric. So 1 kg turmeric values 10 gram 10 rupees suppose. So if we have them proper machine they have, so by using the machines they have make process, by after processing they can make powder, and after that they can sell it. So they are after processing maybe their values maybe 100 rupees. So 1 kg, by using 1 kg turmeric powder they can earn 100 rupees instead of 10 rupees. So that is one of the example. After that, tomato, like that, tomato also, tomato rupees 1 kg, I think during the season it is 1 rupees. So after processing, tomato sauces, tomato ketchup, mainly many more tomato, many morobba, like that, many more things can be made by the farmers society. So they sell the middleman, and after middleman they can sell it to the company. So like that, middleman earns more profit by from the farmers. So directly we have to convince the farmers how they by using the proper machines, how they income, how they earn the more money by using the machines from their raw materials grown from their field also. So I think this type of advice or engineering aspects of the agriculture we have to aware the farmers about the field.
Okay. So let us assume that you are, in the post of assistant agricultural engineer, and you are posted to an area which is flood prone, submerged flood zone. What type of advice will you give to the farmers there? What type of crops they should grow? What type of, what is the soil gradient, etc. that they have to take care of, and other things, so that even if flood comes, their crop is not affected much. Suppose it is in a flood plain, Mahadana flood plain. So
Yes,
what are the precautions they have to take?
I think mainly in flood prone area, flood resistant plants should be grown in that area, so that the farmers don't lose much loss in that area. So we have to design the dams and barrage, small spillways in that area, so that by using the proper channel or canal we can provide the proper amount of water to the field during the flood season. In floods, during the flood season, we have to store the water during in the river by constructing the masonry structures and then during the off season, and we have to use that water to the by providing canals to the field in, I think.
Okay, fine. So, tell us something about the status of farm mechanization in India. First, tell us.
Yes,
And
sir.
you are studying in a state in which
Yes, sir.
farm mechanization
Yes.
is very popular.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why it has not become popular in Odisha? You can tell us some steps through which we can make farm mechanization popular. And
Yes,
you
sir.
tell me some common farm machines,
Yes,
like
sir.
the attachments of the tractor.
Yes, sir.
Various attachments can be there. So tell us and why our farmers are not using them. Is it too expensive? Their farmers are using, our farmers, why they are not using?
Mainly we see the difference between Odisha and Punjab. Odisha is mainly dependent on the rain water for the cultivation, and but in Punjab they explore the groundwater mainly for their cultivation. So their cropping intensity is more in Punjab. Cropping intensity means they can cultivate 2 times in a season. But in your state, as we have dependent on more about the rainwater, so the cropping intensity is low in our state. So cropping intensity mainly 146 in our state, but in Punjab 233 is the cropping intensity, which is more than also average of the India of the cropping intensity. So the as in the in our state, the land patches, land covered land area owned by the farmers is very low in our state, which is less than 1 hectare. So more semi-marginal and marginal farmers in our state. But in Punjab, the main factor is the one farmer has more than 2 hectare or 4 hectare land in that case. So during the cultivation time, when the farmers start to use the farm machineries, though they have there is no problem in case of Punjab, as their land is in one area. But in our state, the lands are in a scattered area for the farmers in small patches. So whenever one farmer wants to buy some machine in our state, so they have not get much benefit from that machine by using that machine in one time in area in a season. But their farmers, they can get much more for profit for the field in their state. So I think this is so for that purpose we have to, government should create some scheme or subsidy scheme so that the farmers can buy the machines, and by using that machines, farmers get more profit from their field. So mainly I think cultivator or small tractor size, medium semi garden tractor should be used by the farmers, and cultivator is mainly used for our farmers. But many thresher for paddy cultivation, threshers, combines also in our state also come into our state. So by custom hiring purpose, if in our village, if anyone also buy the combine harvester, they can, by using custom hiring also, they can they can earn more monies by also that machines.
What about the work culture of the farmers of Punjab and farmers of Odisha?
Sorry sir, I don't understand.
What culture?
ସେମାନେ କେମିତି କାମ କରୁଛନ୍ତି ଆମର ଏଠି?
By mainly manpower is used in our state, but in their state mainly machines, the mechanical power is more used in their state. Mechanical power used 1.4 kilowatt per hectare in their state, but in our state 0.25 I think per hectare is used in our state. So we have to
Are the farmers of Punjab are more laborious to our farmers?
I think not more laborious. Their farmers, our farmers are equally same, but they have income is also more in Punjab, and so that they can buy the more machineries for that purpose, and by using the particularly by using the more machineries, so by they can earn the grains for the purpose. In our state 16 quintal rice are grown from 1 hectare field, but in Punjab 33 quintal rice are cultivated from 1 hectare field. So by using machineries we can or by using mechanical power more into the field, we can improve the income of the farmers, and also state's GDP also.
Recently during the fog and the pollution in Delhi,
Yes sir.
it was said that stubble burning is one of
Yes,
the
sir, yes,
reasons.
sir, yes, sir.
Why in Odisha we don't have the problem of stubble burning there? This problem is there. Some say that it is due to farm mechanization. There is some problem related to farm mechanization. What is that?
In our you have straw of the paddy crop, mainly in Punjab area, what they have grown in their field, mainly silica content is more in their paddy straw, but in our state that is much more silica content in our straw, because due to more silica content in the paddy, the bullocks or any other buffaloes, they can't eat straw by digesting it. They can't don't take much straw into their stomach. So for that so that is the reason mainly straws are they have the farmers have to kept in the field also. So they have don't much more use of the straw, but in our state the straw can used for the bullocks cattle's feed, but in apart from the cattle's feed we have to use also making house also in our village area, but they have not used in the for making the house also. So we have to aware the in Punjab the government should make government have already made much more schemes about the promoting not to burn the straws, and use more for biocomposting, which can after composting they can use for the producing of the power for the use of manure, and after manure they can use for the gas for the cooking also. So in our state there is not much more problem for the straw also.
Okay, so currently what is the major news? Everyone is afraid of particular thing. What is
The coronavirus.
Coronavirus. So where it has originated?
It is originated from China, Hubei town of the China.
Hubei or
Wuhan. Hubei is the city, yeah, and in Hubei, Wuhan is the main town where the meat markets the coronavirus is come.
Meat markets. So it has come from flesh of animal.
Yes.
Which animal mainly?
From the newspapers we have heard about the bat.
Bat.
Yes.
Today in some Oriental newspaper it is given that it is pangolin, that pangolin is being smuggled from Odisha to China and those people are eating pangolin.
I have not heard about the today's news.
Okay, fine. So what are the steps, what is the recent step government has taken yesterday night, government of India? They are not allowing people who have visited China after a particular date. Can you tell me what is that date?
No, sir.
15th of January. So they are returning them from India. You cannot enter India. If you have gone to China after 15th January, you will not be allowed to enter India. Okay. So you know that India brought back all of its citizens from Wuhan.
Yes, sir.
Pakistani people are also there. They are asking their government for support. Their government is saying that we will not bring you. And India also offered help that if you require, we will bring them. Okay. So, what is it that America is also interested in taking its citizens? Bhutan could not take, so they asked India to take, so we brought some people from there. So, what do you think? Because if what Pakistan has done, that is correct, or what India has done, that is correct? We have brought them here. Now, suppose they are having that, particular problem, it is going to spread in our country. So, from that point of view, Pakistan is correct. They are saying that whatever happens to you, you be there, don't come to Pakistan. So, according to you, which position of which government do you support? Indian government or Pakistan government?
I will, as a Indian, I will always support the Indian government according to humanity. So we have to always. They are also like brothers of her. So if any problem, any disease attack to them also, to them in China also. So by proper care and techniques, we have to always cure them, either if possible in China also or by taking in India also. What the best suitable method for them, for the diseased persons. So according to that, in my view, that should be done for that diseased persons, so that first of all the duty of the hour should be the cure of that coronavirus. From that they should be cured from the coronavirus, and after all they can return to the India.
Okay. So final question for you will be: you have heard about 5T initiative?
Yes, sir.
Tell me something about it, and has it been implemented in the agriculture department?
Yes, sir. It is also implemented in agriculture field. 5T means teamwork, transparency, technology, time, and transformation. So these five words should be properly implemented in every field, so that the government, the work of the all the department should be properly, no corruption should be properly avoided by using that 5T program inaugurated our honorable Chief Minister, sir, of Odisha, I think.
So that is eradication of the corruption or the expedition of the people work.
Both are should be managed by that 5T. Eradication of corruption.
So suppose that submission of the taking the steps timely and transformation and again proper what we say that dissemination of information, everything is there along with the corruption.
No, sir, corruption.
So in 5T, which T is directly focusing on the eradication of corruption?
I'm not sure, sir.
So altogether, it gives the message that timely work and proper work will eradicate the corruption from the process.
Yes, sir.
Who is the Agriculture Minister of Odisha now?
Sir,
Who is the Minister of Agriculture of Odisha?
Dr. Arun Kumar Sahu.
Arun Kumar Sahu, is he agriculturist?
No, sir.
Okay.
Who is the Union Agriculture Minister now? Who is the Minister of State for Agriculture?
Minister for State, sir, Dr. Arun Kumar Sahu.
No. Central government.
Central government, sir. Central government, no.
How many people from Odisha are there in the central government?
Ministry, and two people.
Who are
Dharmendra Pradhan, sir.
what portfolio does he hold?
Petroleum and steel department. I'm not sure about.
Just check that, okay.
Yes, sir.
Then, second person,
And Pratap Sarangi,
what portfolio does he hold?
MSME department.
MSN. Okay. So, your agriculture, as an agriculture engineer, okay, what is your view that automation in agriculture actually will help agriculture? Or suppose 10 people are working in a field, you bring one machine and only 2 people are required. What will happen to those 8 people? Many people are asking that question, that if you use farm mechanization and lot of automation, lot of agricultural force will become unemployed. So that is good or bad?
No, sir. Automation should be there in field, because if we use 2 people in the automation, we can use the other 8 people in processing and selling also. The proper marketing in agricultural field, production and transportation, marketing also important for that purpose. So if in production purpose we have used 2 people, so another 8 people we can use for the other department of the agricultural production business chain. So by automation we can producing more amount of crops in very less duration. So after I don't think, sir, by using automation it can make unemployed other 8 people. So by using automation we can income more money and more we can use the manpower also in another branch of our agricultural field. So I think this will be helpful to the agricultural field.
Okay. So tell me, according to you, what are the 3 most important? There are so many problems in agriculture in Odisha. 3 most important problems, according to you. Only 3. Top 3. What is the most important problem in agriculture, according to you? Why are our farmers committing suicide? There must be some reason.
Yes, sir. In my view, proper water should be proper water has not reached the every field of our crop, every field of every agricultural field in our state. So proper channel.
The provision for supply of water to the agricultural field.
Yes, sir.
Is called specific. What is there?
Irrigation.
Yes.
Irrigation should be properly done in our state. And proper and awareness about the many machineries should be also important for the farmers. So I think that 2 drawbacks should be in our agricultural field, I think.
You have heard about CA and NRC?
I heard about
CA, Citizenship
amendment.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
What is your opinion about it? Tell me what it is and what is your opinion. Do you support? Do you oppose?
Yes, sir. I also support CA bill.
Why?
So that we can we can by that by using that scheme we also we can remove the malpractices what mainly India is affected, mainly the terrorist from the Pakistan. So I think by CA bill we have to bound the make we can protect our country from the people coming from the Pakistan, mainly Muslim, except Muslim, all religions are allowed to come into our country by from the Afghanistan and Bangladesh and Pakistan. So these are the three countries through which the people terrorists can come to our country. So but Muslims cannot be harassed in that Muslim countries. So we can think that if any Muslims come from that three countries, so they have many purposes, like any spreading many non-violence in our country. So I think India has made such should have made such decisions to remove that type of malpractices or terrorism from coming from that our neighboring country, mainly from Pakistan.
What is the major demand of these agitating agencies? What is from which aspect they are opposing this system?
They have opposing sorry sir, who are opposing means
What they are opposing?
sir, they are opposing mainly discrimination with religion, mainly Muslim with other caste, other religion.
So now which religions are included? Mentioned in that?
Sikh, Hindu, Buddhist, Christian, for mainly religions are allowed to come into the country.
Okay. So now they are demanding to include?
Muslims also.
And what is the cut-off date given for the purpose?
I have not.
It is 940.
940.
Sorry, 2040.
Yes,
So
sir.
the people, those who have already entered India prior to 2014 and some evidence is there, so their cases can be considered for the citizenship.
Yes, sir.
So what is what is your view that if now that Muslim will be included in it, then will it affect the interest of India?
Yes, sir. It will may affect the interest of India.
From which point of view?
According to the terrorism can be more come into
You
the.
are permitting others, Hindus,
No, you have.
Sikh, Buddhist, Christians.
In our mainly in mainly world, Muslims are mainly producing more terrorism. What you have seen in previous years taken place in our country also, and outside also. So I think mainly these are the main roots, roots from a country like Pakistan. Many terrorists are born from that country. So I think for our peace of the country, this act should be should be maintained in our should be come into the work.